good, Chicago? This is your host, Celine Montijo, and my co-host,
Palma. Hello.
All right, so Chicago, the weather. We are March 1st, and there is snow on the ground. No, seriously, that's an issue.
This weather is ridiculous.
It is.
Isn't it supposed to be like already like in the 40s or something? We're still in the 20s or
yes,
below
we
the 20s?
are below in snow, and I believe it may even snow a little bit more tonight.
I've had it.
I know, me too. But we do have the Shamrock Shuffle coming up, which is March 29th. I did the Shamrock Shuffle for like 5 years straight.
Really? You know what? And I've never tried it, and I think I'm going to have to try it this year.
It's so much fun, except that like this year I wasn't feeling it. I don't know if I've been like hibernating a little bit too much.
I know I have.
Just the winter, and I'm not motivated right now to run that Shamrock Shuffle. Typically, you know, one would go outside and run, but I'm not feeling it this year. I mean, that may change, so we'll see if I start seeing some sun.
We got 17 days, is it?
No, till the 29th.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
We have 29 days.
Yeah, 29, but...
get motivated, Chicago. Go out there and run.
I need to get motivated. But, so were you watching the Grammys this past weekend?
You know, I saw a couple of clips, but I've been like... kind of filling in here and there on what's been going on. I know Kanye did a little a little talk again, you know, how he did, what was it, 6 years ago with Taylor Swift?
Yes.
With Beckham. And then, what was it, I think a few days ago, then he's like, wait a minute. He was out hanging out with Kim, and I believe it was with Taylor Swift. They were out at an event, and then he actually heard Beckham's song play, and he said, "Oh, this guy actually might be talented."
You know,
so I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, I believe he did apologize via Twitter. I don't know what he tweeted, and frankly, I don't care. I'm not a big fan of him, only because, you know, he has an opinion about everything.
Well,
but
yes.
Speaking of the Oscars, Lady Gaga, she did amazing, phenomenal job. Yes, she did.
Yes.
You
know what?
Her, like,
she has changed so much throughout the years. I mean, she started off at this crazy thing where, I mean, there was even a controversy that whether she was a man or a woman, and she, you know what, she's beautiful when she cleans all that up, and she is so talented.
She is extremely talented.
Yeah, that was really good.
Very, very polished. I think that's actually the first time I've seen her.
Polish is like the perfect word for that.
Yeah.
And also hearing a lot about Christina, you know, and what's going on with her tragedy, which is very sad, because, you know, she basically, it's the same thing that happened with her mom a few years ago before Whitney passed away. You know, she was found in a tub, although I really don't know what happened with Bobby. Like, well, how did she get into this whole situation? Was it drugs? Did she pass out? Like,
well, from what I read, there were no drugs involved.
Okay.
There were no drugs found on the scene. So really, I don't know if she was trying to play out or, you know, do the same thing, or I don't know, you know, like portray your mom's death. I really don't know, because it's really crazy that she's found in the same position as her mom was found.
And I'm just dumbfounded at the fact that I don't understand how it happened. Like, I know Nick Gordon, her boyfriend, who was originally, Whitney and Bobby Brown had adopted them, adopted him as a son, and now then, obviously after Whitney's death, then they kind of formed a relationship, which upset.
Now, were they married or not?
You know, they've been going back and forth about that for a while now, and then there was like a ring, and then there wasn't, and then, I mean, there's just so much things. There's so many things that are missing there that it's just kind of like, well, what is really going on?
Right. Whitney, did you catch that on Lifetime?
I have not.
Oh, I thought it was really, really good. I didn't like the ending, but I don't know how accurate it was, as, you know, I don't know how Whitney lived, and I don't know if...
Well, there's always a controversy on, like, the movies and how they play off the characters. But it was good. Highly recommended, because at least it gives you an idea of what they were involved in and what type of lifestyle they led, and what ultimately led to Whitney's death, I think. Right, and you have to get it on Netflix or something. Right, catch it on Netflix. It's really good. So if you haven't watched it, it's highly recommended. If you're a Whitney Houston fan. And you know, I also heard the other day about Rihanna and Leonardo DiCaprio, which seems very interesting.
What is that? What is that? That is like I would never imagine. I mean,
from what I heard was that Rihanna had a birthday party, and she actually had Leonardo DiCaprio as one of her guests, and there's a video out there of Rihanna and Leonardo DiCaprio having a little kiss, intimate moment.
Oh my goodness! And we'll have that video for you if we can find it.
Yes. And that there was just that it was for her birthday, so I guess they're not in a relationship. I guess they're just hooking up.
Okay.
So which is very
crazy.
I would have never.
No, I mean,
you know, Chris Brown was funny. He had an interview the other day, and he actually said, "Well, I guess she upgraded because now she's going to the big guys because Leonardo is, a huge celebrity.
He is a huge celebrity and a very classy one at that.
Oh yes,
so
at that. My biggest crush when I was in my teenage years with Titanic.
Just totally different classes, going from one class to the other and. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about her and how she conducts herself in public, but from the past, from what I've seen, it wasn't too classy.
Well, she's calmed down a lot now that her and Chris Brown are not really in a relationship. I think they're on good terms, friends. Chris Brown is just a crazy person as it is. He's just kind of out there with his anger and everything, which seems that he's maturing too. But Rihanna has matured a lot, and she hasn't been out as much as we used to see her.
She is very talented. That we can't take away from her, and that's bad girl Riri.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
gotta love her for what it is.
Right.
And then also, I don't know. Do you know anything about Chloe and French Montana? What's going on?
I caught one episode where they were together and he bought her a Jeep. Chloe, she's got more money than that, but yeah, I know.
Jeep.
Chloe,
I love Jeeps.
I love Jeeps myself, but Chloe, you would think a G-Wagon.
I did see her riding around in her Jeep.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I mean, not out here, but there was a picture. There was a video of her riding around in her Jeep.
Okay, so she liked her
Jeeps are nice.
Yeah, they are nice. They are nice. Now, for someone who brings in millions of dollars,
and has a whole family driving Mercedes Benz.
Exactly, Range Rovers and the such. But I don't know. Weren't they together at one point? And I heard that they broke up. So are they back together? Because I heard rumors that she was back with Lamar too.
I heard that as well, but I don't know. I know that she still loves Lamar very much.
Yes,
I will say that.
She's admitted
it was her first love, and they were married for quite some time, and they just kind of split on a. But I don't think they could ever form a relationship again between Lamar and Chloe. It's just kind of.
I think so much trust was broken there,
and
she was really hurt about that. I don't blame her, but
French seems to be a very positive role in her life. She's a very happy, positive individual, and it just so happens that Chloe just doesn't know what she wants, and it's like when you come out of this situation, this horrible situation, and then all of a sudden you meet this awesome, positive, happy person. It's kind of hard to to appreciate it because you're coming out from this storm that it's like, really, the storm has passed and now there's this perfect passage. It's kind of like, is this really happening right now? I'm sure we can all relate with these back and forth relationship stories that everybody in this Chicago and everywhere else has going on. So it's just a back and forth storm, and a lot of trust was broken with Lamar, and French seems to be a good guy. So who knows?
We'll see.
Bruce Jenner a few weeks ago, actually, when he got into an accident, there was a fatal accident.
It was. I believe 80-year-old woman, from what I heard. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. He's just driving down Hollywood. I don't know if it was Hollywood Boulevard, whatever it was, but I don't think he was intoxicated. I don't think he was under the influence.
They said that he might have been texting. So texting and driving in Chicago,
no, not safe at all. That's very, very dangerous. In fact, I think there's been more deaths while people are texting and driving than
I drive down all the time. Every time I'm driving anywhere, there's always somebody on their phone. And it's just like, I don't understand what the importance is. Sometimes it's just
things
too
that
much.
are not worth it. A lot of this, believe it or not, people are just posting on social media. Like, that can wait. That is not worth it. That can certainly wait.
Yes, and they were talking about, I mean, I was watching stocks a couple days ago. They were talking about Facebook being the new internet, because technically everyone is always on Facebook. Facebook is everything right now, and people are, you know, posting on the social media while they're driving, while they're showering, bathroom, whatever they're doing. You know, they're constantly on it. I mean, I've seen videos of people in the shower of them just like sitting there, like
really, that's a little bit too
look
much.
at me, I'm brushing my teeth. Look at me, I'm eating. Look at me.
I must admit, I do not have the Facebook app on my phone. So anytime I want to log into Facebook, I actually have to go through the Google search and do Facebook and then log in. And even, you know, sometimes I'm just too lazy to log in. So I go weeks without logging in, and then finally I'm logged in and I don't log back out for 3 days, and I'm constantly on there. So it's easy. You can easily get hooked on that, you know.
Yes, and I think that maybe I should give that a go, because honestly, sometimes, I mean, that is the place to go for when you're bored, but not for when you're driving.
No.
So, I mean, it's just... It can be very addicting, I guess you can call it, but it's just one of those things that you just go to, and then there's all these things going on, and you read upon it, and everybody believes what's on the internet, you know.
Yes. Now we're
okay.
All right, so we are back, and now talking about Bruce Jenner. What is this about him and his sex change? Fill us in, Caro.
You know, they were saying that he actually had gotten into this accident. Somebody was fatally involved, you know, this poor woman, and then that they were saying that it actually is holding him back from continuing on with the sex change. You know, there's been photos of him having actual manicure on his nails.
Oh my goodness.
This whole thing, controversy with his hair being long and all this. So I really don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know either. So this is obviously a process. I mean, is he starting off slow with, like you said, manicure his hair, and then everything else is going to be changed?
I don't know. They're talking about, you know, doing a reality show where he's going to explain it all and go through this whole thing.
Okay, so we may be,
you know, and there was even a joke that saying... There was even a joke saying that, you know, all the women in his family are making so much money, he wants to be a part of that too.
So Scarlett Johansson, yes, she looked great. She was amazing at the Oscars. I did not know that she just had a baby recently. Guys, she had a baby. This woman looked fabulous.
Fantastic.
I could never tell. Was it her first child? Yes.
It is her first child.
It is, okay.
And she, her baby, I believe, is like 3 or 4 months. I could be wrong. So she's
okay.
same age as my daughter.
And
she just looks phenomenal. I mean, obviously, she's a celebrity. They kick themselves back into shape way faster than us.
Well, they have the cooks who are, you know, they eat clean, and
they have a whole team.
Everything prepared, exactly, the whole squad, just to make them look good.
Exactly, which is amazing.
And I'm sure she makes the time every day to work out, you know. She's not living like the hectic lives that we are.
I know, Mila Kunis actually just had a baby as well.
Yes. And I have not seen how she looks, but I know she's beautiful. Mila is just a beautiful person.
And she looks like she's back into shape. She looks she looks like she lost all the baby weight.
Good
she does look great. They just haven't showed any pictures or anything about the baby, so that's you know, total celebrity.
Right.
But I mean, and then also Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake are pregnant.
They are. They make such a cute couple.
Yes,
I love them.
I'm so happy that they worked everything out. You know, I know they had a minor split before they got back together and got married. But they're both very happy with their first child. You know, JT had posted up a picture on Instagram, you know, kissing the belly.
Oh,
so it was very adorable.
That is
adorable. We also have Kate Middleton, and Prince William, who are pregnant as well.
Yes, with the second child, correct? And I don't know. I know you said you didn't know either if it was a boy or girl.
No.
I don't know. That should be interesting to see. Have they announced it, or is it? You know, I think she was like 4 months, and maybe she just.
I don't know, but she didn't even show that much. I mean, I know she's tiny. She didn't show her first pregnancy, and then now this pregnancy, it's like the same thing. It's like, I feel like she's just pregnant with her first child all over again. We don't really see anything going on there.
I know. But it's been confirmed, right?
It has been. And then we also have Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
She actually might be due soon.
Okay.
She looks great. She's glowing. Yes.
Oh, that pregnancy glow.
Yes, and I miss that. But we also have Ashley Simpson, who is pregnant again.
And how many months is
I'm not sure how far along she is, but I think she might be around the 3 to 4 month range.
Okay.
So, you know,
a lot of babies
for 2015.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
it was a busy season.
Cold winter.
Yes. And then getting out sidetracked, because Chicago, we ladies do talk a little bit about sports as well.
Right.
We talking about Derrick Rose
Rose, injured again.
Yes.
Again.
And now he's got to go under surgery, and they're saying that it's only going to take him 4 to 6 weeks to recover.
So what is he having surgery for? Like, what was
something
the injury?
With his knee, and there was something, it started with an M, and I apologize, I don't remember.
Okay.
Something with his knee, they were just going to take out the part that was broken or messed up, and then they were just going to, within 4 to 6 weeks, he was going to be able to go back and play the playoffs.
Amazing.
Like nothing.
Amazing.
So
I don't
understand. Yeah, and you know, this all happened. You know, he's been in and out for so long, and I went and bought a Derrick Rose jersey, and as soon as I bought that thing, I think it might have been jinxed, because ever since then he's just been, you know, injured left and right.
Oh, no.
And then we also have Patrick Kane, who's injured from the Blackhawks.
Okay.
He had an upper body injury, and he's due back in about 12 weeks.
So, I mean, these athletes, I mean, I don't know if it's maybe because their body's such in good shape and it can endure a lot, but they seem to be bouncing right back after these surgeries.
I mean, like, I can run about a few, like a half a mile, and
oh my goodness,
I'm hopping because, you know, it's like, oh, my joint, my knee, my ankle, you know.
Yes, but you know, they train for this, so it's not as, I guess, bad as it would be if, you know, God forbid, one of us who doesn't move on the, like we should, or how they do.
We don't go hard on the game that
but
they
you know
do.
what, we should. You know, spring is coming up, and we talked about the Shamrock Shuffle, you know, coming up. Like I said, I'm not feeling motivated, but I am feeling a little motivated to at least eat clean. God, I know you did that last year before you got pregnant, and you had lost, not that you were big, but you were looking great, and you were very toned, so you were very, very consistent. What was the secret for that? Because I need that.
You know, I do have a lot of friends who do go to the gym, and they are very, you know, I guess they call them gym rats.
Okay.
You know, like they're in there, they're eating clean constantly, they're doing their protein shakes and all this. And I wasn't really crazy about the protein shakes or the protein bars, but I will say, you know, I am a person that I can do the repetitiveness. Okay. I can eat chicken and broccoli every day. I can eat fish and broccoli every day.
It takes a strong person to do that.
It does.
It's hard for me to do that.
It did take me a while. I went out and bought the scale and everything to actually measure everything out properly. And I really got into this. And once I was able to, you know, really like train myself where I knew, just looking at it, I knew the portion, then I was just able to do that on a regular basis. And then I stopped skipping breakfast. Breakfast is the most important part of our meal, Chicago.
It is.
It's the most important thing of our day, and it's supposed to be a big breakfast so that we're not, you know, eating late at night before we go to bed and pounding on, you know, caking on them pounds. So that was the main thing, you know. Yeah, I ate a lot of oatmeals, a lot of egg whites. I mean, I never thought I could eat just egg whites.
No, you can't. And it's amazing because you're right. You make a valid point when you say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I notice that when I eat breakfast and a nice hearty breakfast, I could go on the entire day without even having to, you know, feeling hungry or having to have another meal, and I'm energized. Yes. Obviously, you want to make sure that what you're putting in your body is something healthy and something that'll nourish your body.
A lot of people, that what they do too is they think that not eating, starving themselves is going to make, you know, that it makes you bloated. You have to eat at least 5 times a day, you know, get a couple of snacks in between each big meal, and then the last meal, let it not be after 6-7 o'clock, and let it be a small portion of meal where you, and then if you want a snack before bed, then you can have a snack before bed. And then of course, you know, the lifting and the weights and all that at the gym was really, you know, cutting me up and ripping me up before I got pregnant. So I'm really looking forward to going back into that. And, you know, I start on Tuesday.
Good stuff. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Chicago. Gato and I are going to start this clean eating and maybe working out. And we should
we're going to work out.
Okay, we're going to. Okay, so we will report back every time we show the show or we showcase the show.
We should do a before and after shot.
We should do a before and after. But I cannot show you the before just yet.
No, it has to be when the results are
when we see the results. Okay, so I will not reveal how much I weigh. I know how much I weigh. I know how much I need to lose. And, you know, it's probably about a good 15 to 20 pounds is where I would be comfortable. But I think if we touch base every week or bi-weekly, then we report, you know, our progress here, then I think that's good motivation.
I think so
too. So if you want to jump in, come on, let's do this.
Yes, and please feel free, to email us or
yes,
contact us. We'll get to that.
My current email is Celine@illinoismedia.com or Gato@illinoismedia.com. You can reach us on Twitter, Illinois. So look for me. It's what is it on my Twitter? We'll put our Twitter page up here on the screen, and you can tweet us there. Let us know how you're doing and what you guys want to hear us talk about on the show. We can reach topics here for the Chicagoland or anyone on YouTube as well.
Yes, so this was very fun. I love this.
Yes.
And we look forward to speaking with you guys a lot more on a regular basis. So until next time.
Until next time, Chicago, we do look forward to speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining us today at the Latinas View. Ciao.